Hello, you're very welcome to Classic English Academy Plus. I was thinking about the subject of this session and I suddenly remember my teachers in TTC class, teacher training course. It happened about 35 years ago. I clearly remember that they recommended me to teach my learners and my students how to fish, how to be able to make sentences, different kind of sentences, connecting these sentences to produce a paragraph talking about something. But the most important part is the matter that you need to write it. Yes, of course, you think about it, you speak, and then write. These three steps must happen simultaneously, at the same time. Okay, this is very, very important. I have always been doing this method to all my learners and students, and I have always been satisfied with their level of success, because when they say that we are happy about the way that we learn the language, I become happy really. It is out of my control. I get in touch with the learners. I love their sense, the way that they express their feelings. They say that we love the way that we can speak, we can write at the same time. And we are not scared anymore of speaking or writing because we are 100% sure about what we say. And this is very, very interesting feeling. Well, in fact, for me at least. Well, the grammar is a clever part of the language, is the mind, is the heart, if you like to call it as an important organ in this body. The mind is the part of that helps us to produce, to think and produce different types and kinds of sentences, simple one, the negative ones. And we have today in this session, the question forms. We have variety forms of questions in English language. We are talking about two types in this session, and you will understand that when you have a question, you need to make an answer, and little by little you are talking to yourself at first. The first step of speaking must happen in grammar and learning the grammar, because you're making the grammar perfect as well as your vocabularies, and at the same time you're trying to produce some ideas. Well, the language needs ideas. I'm sure that you know this. In your mother tongue, just imagine when you're talking about something, it means that you know about it. And if you're not interested talking about something, it seems that either you have got no idea, or you are not interested, or you are bored now. But if you have no idea, regardless that you are bored or you are interested, you cannot talk. Why? Because you have got no idea. So producing a language needs really idea. Well, at the same time, we have the knowledge, the grammar and the vocabulary at the same time, mixing them and producing the best sentences, compound and complex sentences. I'm sure that you remember our first sessions. We talk about simple, compound, and complex sentences. Little by little, we change it into paragraph, and then we talk. But we are sure, 100% sure that we are right. Let's get in and see what we have today. Well, this is session 11, and once again, you're very welcome to Classic English Academy Plus. In fact, everything connects with each other in English language. Well, I'm talking about the sessions. Session 11 and the matter of question forms and types of the sentences in English language. I am sure that you remember word order. Yes, of course. It is all important rule, like part of a speech of the word, Well, these two are going to make so many important things and rules for us, part of a speech and word order. I am also sure that you understand about the conjugating. Do you remember the verb to be? Well, we talk about the verb to be, and we say that we have am, is, are here. And this is very, very special verb because we have some different types of verbs for every starter, for every subject, for the sentences. Well, the subjects are different, like singular subject or plural subject. Singular like he, like she, and it. We have always here is to produce a sentence and introduce somebody something. And on the other hand, we have just one I here, and it is very, very important. I am anything, and produce another sentence. Here we have something very interesting about are. You remember, I am writing colorful sentences because I think it is important. Well, they are, well, we are, and you are. You maybe you're one single person or more than one person. So we have just I as a very special thing. To be is very, very powerful. It can be negative, it can be question. Do you remember again the conjugating of to be? Are you? Are you happy? Why are you happy? Are you happy in life? It's IELTS exam questions. Maybe in any questions. Some people think that IELTS exam questions are just in IELTS, but we can talk about variety of things in different exams as well as IELTS. So try to answer if you are interested to be faster to learn, to be better, to be more powerful. You need to practice more. Try to start question and answer it. Yeah, don't wait for anything, okay? And if you are interested in my classes, you can send it here in the comments and tell me, ask me if it is correct or not, and I will tell you what is a better sentence or if it is correct. Okay, this is particularly important. Well, in session 11, I'm going to talk about a lot of different things with you. Okay, so please just wait and try to take note little by little. So he, she, it is, and I say, is he? Is he happy? Again, we can have the same question from he or she, or we can say it. Are you happy? Yeah. Are they on time? Yeah. On time? Well, yes, you can say this again. Very easy. So here, conjugating of the verb to be is very, very simple. Everything happens in his hands. I say he because I think that he is a very, very powerful person in English language because it can do a lot of things. It is very easy to learn. You know, everything happens in the heart of to be. But for the other verbs, do you remember the other verbs? For instance, the verb something like, for instance, to be. Well, and the verb here, to go. Well, this to is not necessary. Okay, you say he go. But we have es here. He goes to school, to work before 7, for instance. Okay, and they go to park every afternoon, every evening. Yeah. So it's very easy. To make a sentence is very easy. Okay, we need these verbs. Okay, like go, goes, es. Okay, we are conjugating. When we are conjugating a verb for he, she, it, we need to put s or es. Do you remember the rules? Try to have a look at your notes and just remember them. He goes to work before 7 o'clock in the morning. We can just say before 7 and that's enough. They go to school, they go to park every evening. All right. So we have simple sentence. And then we need for these verbs some kinds of different types of, well, helping verbs. Why? Because we are going to produce something interesting. For instance, ability, possibility. Ability is can, okay? For instance, he can go to work before 7. They can go to park every evening. May, or a lot of kinds and types of helping verb to make different beautiful sentences with different types of, yes, concept, something interesting to express, to explain, to describe. Okay, for go, we have do and does. Look at this one. Do for the more than one people, I say one plus, and does for only one thing, one person, one subject, anything, just one, only one. Okay, here we have for the questions. Do you remember? We have them for the negative sentences too. Why? Because they are helping. Why? Because we need kinds of helping for rest of the verbs in English language. Really, I'm saying that it is rest of the verbs. There are many verbs in English language, and we always need helping verbs to make them negative or question. This is very, very special about to be, but the rest of the verbs are very different from to be. The to be is quite clear. Okay, I say, do they go to park every evening? Does he go to, yes, I'm making them, look at this, I am making them questions. Does. And when I bring does, I do not need this es or s at the end of the main verb anymore, because we have it with the helping verb. One time is enough. Does he go to work before any time? Okay, before, for instance, 7, the same thing. And be careful about the question mark. We do need it here. And what about they? We say, do they? Yes, of course, we have do they go to, and the rest of the sentence. We do not need to change anything very often, really, in the sentence when we are making a question. Do they go to, do this, eat, asleep, any verb. You can bring any verb here. Do they go to, well, park, and the rest of the sentence. Okay, do not forget to put the question mark at the end. It is very, very important. Do not forget to start the first word with the capital letter. Does with capital D, do with capital D. These are the details that you need to take, to use, to practice little by little. Then you become an intermediate student, upper intermediate students, and you will find yourself an advanced student. But the advanced student has so many tips and small details, important details about the grammar as well as vocabularies, of course. But the vocabularies without the grammar is a body without the blood, is the body without the mind and the heart. It is just the body. It doesn't work. No, you have hundreds of vocabularies, words, idioms, and phrases memorized, but you're not able to connect them together to make a very simple, I'm not talking about intermediate or advanced level or a native speakers, leave alone that, no. Just simple sentences. This is a tool. The grammar is a tool, exactly. Well, talking to us. Somehow it is guiding us, helping us, providing us to produce something we like. It's very easy as just guess. ABC, yes. I try to bring some idioms, some proverbs, but little by little. Don't worry. Do not hurry to learn. Because if you hurry, you have to memorize them. You're going to bring them into practice and then do it. So the first type of the question mark, number 1, is the matter of using helping verbs for rest of the verbs except to be. We do not need any helping verb for to be. The first one is the matter of do or does. Any of them. You can say do or does according to the subject. The subject is singular or the subject is plural. The starter is singular or the starter is plural. That is particularly important. Let's go for second type of the question in the book, and we jump in the exercises, do the exercises, and I will talk about this later on in more details. Well, here, when we are making some questions, we can say, are you? Do you remember that? Are you fine? And if you are interested to make the second one, this is the first part of the questions, this is the first form of the questions. If you are interested to make another form, you're going to use WH questions. I am sure that you remember this. WH questions help us to produce special questions about something we do not know, about a place or about a person we do not have any idea about. What is what here is that what are you? This is very, very, very different, okay? Okay, the second type of the questions, of course, start with WH, but we have to be, you remember that? And we have some other kinds of verbs. Okay, number 2, well, it says that do, we need to use do or does. Of course, you remember. And we say, do you like? Do you like it? Okay, I just like to ask you a direct question. Do you like it? Maybe this it is the book, is your job, or whatever. Does she like it? You can say again with like it. And the other person can ask the same thing in a different way. It says, well, does he or does Tom or does Sue? They are the same, okay? No different. But when we put what, we are talking about something very special. But the first word is the word for the question, and then we need the verb for making this question. What do you like? I'll get here. This is very important. What do you like? For instance, we go to a restaurant with each other and you ask me or I ask you, what do you like? This is the WH question with the verb, with the helping verb, to make the main verb in a question forms. We need to. So in the second part, okay, this is the first one, and this is the second part, the second form, we need WH with the helping verb. But the first part, we just need the helping verb or to be. Do you like it? Does she like it? Or what does she like? You get it? This is very, very easy. The same thing and the same structure. What does she like? Okay? You may bring your kid to the restaurant and I ask you, what does she like? Or what do you like? So we have again here the first part, WH question word, and the helping verb. This is particularly important. So we need 2 parts for making WH questions. It is very necessary. Okay, we have some other structures or other forms making questions in English language. Don't worry, I will let you know these. I will inform you everything from A to Z In this channel, you're going to learn everything. I'm not going to miss anything. I'm not going to leave anything. Okay, but we will practice this little by little. Okay, I think this is enough now. Let's get in the exercise and we will talk more about these details. Yes. Essential Grammar in Use, Unit 7, and we are going to make different types of questions. Well, in fact, two types. 7.1. Do you remember? I told you something about doing these exercises. It's very important. Look at the subjects of the exercises. Number 1, we say, I like chocolate. What about you? The opposite person, the person in front of you. I play tennis. What about you? Again, you are going to ask the question, the person you are talking to. You live near here, you. And you are going to ask the question about Lucy. How about Lucy? So the question is about Lucy. Here, number 3. Number 2 is about you. Number 2 is about you, and it is already done for us. And number 4 starts with Tom. Tom plays tennis. How about his friends? Oh, his friends. This S shows that we are talking about more than one person. Maybe 2 people, maybe 3 more than that. You speak English. You are going to ask about your brother. You speak English. The book says that you imagine that you speak English, and now you want to know about the person's brother. How about your brother? The brother is one single person. The Lucy is one single person. You must be careful about these. Number 6 is I do yoga. Most of these kinds of sports, we usually use do with them. I do yoga every morning. How about you? What about you? We say you is one, but it is very, very special. Sue goes away a lot, travels. Goes away means travel. Here, number 1, person, this is one person. And how about Paul? Paul is one person too. We are going to ask the question about Paul. We are going to ask question about you or your brother, his friends, Lucy, you, and number 1, you again. I'm just repeating these things because I believe that you're a beginner, you're an elementary learner, and you are interested to hear at the same time read them. So I try to practice this with you. This is the best time and place and people, you, that I can make this exercise. Number 8, say, I want to be famous. It's a very good idea. Well, you're talking about the person who you are talking to. You work hard. How about Anna? Anna is one person. Now, I just try to see who are these guys in these exercises. Now, I'm going to make some different kind of questions according to the person I need to ask the question. Number 2, say, I play tennis. How about you? Do you? Yes. Do you play tennis? Oh, yes. Tennis. I'm talking about some pronunciations. When we have a letter with a stress, we somehow concentrate to say that. And it happens 2 times. Tennis. We need to bring that letter 2 times, like N in tennis. Tennis. Yes, that's why we write it with double N or double letter. Say you live near here. How about Lucy? Does. Of course, Lucy is one person. We just found it, huh? Does Lucy live? And the rest of the sentence. Live near here. Look at this one. Well, this is very, very easy. And we have, be careful, question marks at the end of the sentences. And it is very, very important. Let's talk about number 4. Do His friends. Why? Because his friends, I told you, are more than one. His friends. What's the subject? A subject is a manner of the play tennis again. Do his friends play tennis? The rest of the sentence. Tennis. Easy. Try to take some notes from these exercises and put them in your notebook. Try to have a look at your notebook very, very often because you need them to be repeated every time, every day, 2 or 3 times, because you are the elementary learner. You are going to experience things and you really need to do this a lot of time. Number 7. Sue goes away a lot. How about Paul? I would say, does Paul? Yes, because I'm talking about one person. Does Paul go away a lot? Yeah, this is true. Okay, did you get it? This is particularly interesting. Something is very interesting about this, that you need to answer these questions. Do you like to make some beautiful sentences and to be fast learning, speaking? Yes, this is my method. I try to teach the grammar at the same time, try to talk with the learners, try to make them talk. They talk to me or they talk to themselves. You're alone at home, you're doing this exercise and understand all the tips. Try to understand the lesson first, try to do the exercises and go for answering the questions. This is particularly interesting, very, very important. This is going to make you somehow full confidence. With full confidence, it's going to make you somehow strong without any hesitation to make the sentences you are interested. But in the beginning, I'm sure that most of the learners are very slow imagining about new ideas. How I can answer this? How is that possible? I can make it faster. By repeating many questions, you can make it faster and faster and faster. Don't worry. Okay, try to answer these questions. Now we go to WH questions in 7.1. And we have some words. We just need to find the helping verb to help us to make the questions complete. It says, where live your parents? Parents, mother and father. Okay, there are 2 people. That's why we have S here. I say, I live with my parents. Okay, you understand that I just live with either with my father or with my mother. When I say I live with my parent, she is a great mother. And suddenly you understand that that parent is my mother. Or I live with my father. My mother passed away many years ago. We are alone. Okay, you understand that this parent is my father. Okay? Where do your parents live? We have question mark at the end. So sometimes you need to ask the place. Sometimes you need to ask the person. Sometimes you do not need anything. So you go to number 2. You early always get up. Do you always get up early? A question mark. Do you remember the adverb of frequency, AF, before any forms and kinds of verbs? Yeah, this is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is an idiomatical verb, a verb with a preposition. It is called phrasal verb. Little by little, I tell you about everything. Don't worry. But I'm not going to just describe some tips of the grammar and escape away and leave you alone without any practice, without any clue, without any detailed information, I mean. Now, do you always get up early? Okay. How often TV you watch? Okay, yes, of course. Number 3 is very interesting. It is asking something very nice. How often or how often, do you remember? Do you? Because we use do as a helping verb for, yes, for you and more than one person. How often do you watch anything? Watch a movie, watch a film, watch whatever. You can change this question. Yes, you know, and you are sure that the answer is TV, 100%, because we have TV there already. But you want to change it. Okay, try to change it. If you like to change it, you can change it. Don't worry. Okay, how often do you watch a movie, TV, or whatever? Okay, I just say TV. Most of the time, you see that TV is in capital letter. Okay, let's go to number 6. Your brother is one person. Like, and then we have got football. So be careful about like and one person. We say does. Does your brother, and do you remember it? Yes, we use roots of the verb. We say, does your brother like, not likes. Why? Because we have es adding it to the helping verb. That is enough for us. One time is enough. We have this helping verb with es, okay, for your brother, for my brother, one person, and that's enough. Does is for one person, your brother is one person, and we have the root of the verb. Does your brother like football? Do you like football? Does your brother like football? You can answer it. Why not? Try to make an answer. This is very important. Start talking and write the answer. If you are interested, you can send it to me. I will correct it for you. I guarantee. Breakfast always have. This number 9? Well, it is very easy. Let's go for number 10. What mean this word? Okay, I have got no idea about the meaning of a word. I ask you, what does this word mean? Okay, here I can say that what does comes for one thing. One thing is the word. Okay, and we have got again one thing. Why this mean is for one thing? Because we have does here. The does says, give the es to me. Okay, I am going to support your sentence. So we have the word of the question. It is WS question word. And we have the helping verb adding to each other, and then we bring the subject and ask the verb at the end. Yes, this is the word order. Do you remember? I just talked about the word order and part of the speech in the beginning of this video. We always have this issue. That's a kind of very important rule in English language, talking about the word order all the time. If you know and try to go on with this word order, you're going to make perfect sentences. Don't worry. Okay, we have some special interesting questions here. Okay, here, oh yes, in 7.3 we have a box and there are 2 people. Do you remember? I told you that try to make the book A and you are always B. Here we have A and B already. And they are asking us to complete the conversation. What do you do? It means what's your job? I work in a bookshop. Very interesting. It's okay. Okay, what do you think about it? Yes, we can say, do you enjoy it? Maybe you go to the other exercise of 7.3 and you see that enjoy can be there too. Yes, it's okay, no problem. You know what you are doing. You are sure that the questions are correct. Okay, no problem. You can change these verbs and make different sentences, make different kind of answers, make different kinds and different types of questions. It's very easy. What time in the morning? At 9 o'clock. It's a very short sentence. Try to make a long sentence. Don't go for just words and connecting words. I don't like this. No, not in the beginning, of course. Little by little, you understand that to some friends, you need short sentences. Sometimes you do not need even the sentences. You just go on with phrases. Sometimes you think that the person needs a sentence, a complete sentence, but not only one simple sentence, but you need to express and explain, describe something in, two sentences, a compound, or sometimes you need to bring a complex sentence to talk about something, to answer something. So be careful about the condition. What time do you? Yes, I'm talking with you, okay? What time do you? Okay, it says at 9 o'clock. What do you think? What time do you start? Yeah, what time do you start? If we have wake up, we can change start with wake up or get up. You see, this is possible too. So if you understand what you are doing, so it is perfect. No problem at all. Yeah. Number 5 is say how to work, usually by bus. Look at the answer. It is a vehicle. Yes, it is a kind of a public transportation. We say, how do you? So you must go or walk, huh? Because it says by bus, you need to bring go. You cannot say walk here. Why? Because it says by bus. You're not walking. You're on the bus. You get on the bus, huh? You say, how do you go to work? They say usually by bus. Very, very easy. The answers are at the end of the book. Try to analyze things. First, answer all the questions and then go and find the right answer. If you are right, perfect. You do not need to do or repeat anything. If you are interested, you can change the word and practice expanding your words in practice, really, not memorizing them. You can practice this, okay, by changing these words with the other possible synonym words, somehow similar words, and then make beautiful sentences. Little by little, you're going to be somehow skillful, totally possible that you can make things clear. 7.5. Yes, this is very interesting. Do not answer them, please, please. Do not answer them with short questions or short answers or short. Don't go for short now. No, no, it is not nice. No short, simple sentences. Try to make sentences as interesting and beautiful as possible. Do you watch TV a lot? Say yes. I love sport and movies. Okay, I love movies. First, I choose movies. Well, I always like to, and the rest of the sentence. You see, I am just speaking to myself and I'm making it perfect in my idea, little by little. I do not need to write. I can talk. If somebody asks me, and do you live in a big city? It is exactly like exam questions, international exam questions like FC or CIE. We have these questions in most of the international examinations, maybe in your hometown, in your country, system of education. Maybe the teacher asks you this. Yes. Does it rain a lot where you live? Number 4. Please answer these questions and send them to the comments. I love to read them. It's very interesting. They can be very interesting. I just like to know it. And tell me where you live. Okay, where do you live really? Okay, tell me where you live. Okay, this is very interesting. I told you that I am going to give you a lot of details about Unit 7, and I think I did it. Do you like this system? Please put it in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to leave a like for me. I am very, very happy to meet you again in next video and videos. Take care a lot. Have a nice time. See you then. Bye.